As God is the Melech Malkei HaMelachim, the King of Kings, the concept of a human monarchy in the eyes of the Torah is somewhat of an interesting one. And we find when it introduces the laws that apply to the appointment and function of a Jewish king in Israel, it prefaces it with the words, when you've entered the land that Hashem your God is giving you, and you've taken possession of it and settled in it. Now we already know that Hashem promised the land of Israel to the descendants of Avraham Avinu, and it was the final destination following the 40 years journey in the desert. So why repeat that fact now? Rav Shimshon Raphael Hirsch explains that this verse is actually necessary to unequivocally state at the outset that the role of kings in Israel is neither to conquer the land nor to secure the people's possession of it by physical might. Now, in general, the function of the Jewish king isn't to develop the nation's physical power in relation to the outside world. It's God who gives the land to the Jewish people, and it's with his help that they will conquer it, and only under his protection will they dwell securely there. Now, this divine assistance, protection and blessing have been promised repeatedly in the Torah, and also been stressed more than once by Moshe Rabbeinu in his admonitions preparing the people for their entry and conquest of the land. And for these purposes, the Jewish people don't need a king. All that Israel needs to do, so that God's promises are fulfilled, is to be Israel, to prove that we indeed are the people loyal to God's Torah, to win a moral victory over ourselves from within, so as to be sure of victory also against all of our enemies from without. Rav Hirsch concludes that the halach of the Gemara in Kedushin tells us that there was no need for the appointment of the king until after the people had completed the conquest and settlement of the land. It also categorically denies that the purpose of a Jewish monarchy was to wield warlike powers, and therefore the entire purpose of the king was to promote the sole factor upon which God's continued protection depends, namely, to ensure that the people remain faithful to God and his teachings.